Guinness Book of Record patients.
Oh, God.
We're delivering
to be remembered.
Tablets.
Acércale más con la cámara.
Sobat harus dukung aku. Tolong dukung anak biar aku menang.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip5 back again with another creepy video compilation. Make sure you guys like the video, and if you're new, subscribe so you can join the tribe. Let's jump right into it, y'all.
When you really wake I don't know, man. You know, it just kind of leave you like, what the fuck y'all want us to do then at that point?
When you become aware of what's really going on in this world, you tend to see more demonic activity and everything. The people who so-called run this world are literally evil. You know, like she said about the Oreo, it sounds like that in these products that we're buying. You know, everyone just looking past it when this shit is really real. These hidden signs and symbols are all around us.
Can you tell me, do the powers that be know who the chosen ones are, or who has the ability to really shift the dynamic on this planet? And what do they do about that, if anything?
Yes. And this one's heavy because the answer is yes, without question. The powers that be know exactly who the chosen ones are. They've always known. They study birth lines, energy signatures, astrology, genetics, even trauma patterns. They monitor awakenings like heat signatures, because when a chosen one starts to remember, it sends ripples through the matrix. They don't fear armies. They fear one awakened soul who can't be bought, broken, or silenced. So what do they do about it? They target early. They hit with abandonment, abuse, poverty, addiction, shame, before you even know who you are. They place distractions in your path. Lovers who drain you. Jobs that numb you. Systems that box you in. And when that fails, they isolate you. Make you feel crazy too much, alone. But here's what they can't touch. The call inside your soul. The codes that activate when you hear truth. The fire that refuses to die even when you've lost everything. They know who you are. That's why they tried to break you before you knew who you were. But you're still here, and that's the part they never planned for.
What's up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. Why does America look like shit? Well, we want it to look like shit. We want it to feel like shit to live in, and we do it on purpose. This is how we sell you consumerism. When scientists wanted to study addiction in the 1970s, they did a bunch of experiments giving rats the option to either have heroin water or have normal water. And of course, all the rats were addicted to the heroin water, until they learned that in an environment with healthy social relationships, other rats, plenty of things to do, plenty of food, the rats never picked the heroin. Because if you were surrounded by nature and other people and healthy relationships and walkable communities and so on, you wouldn't form a relationship with Starbucks. You wouldn't form a relationship with Target. You wouldn't constantly use these things as this comfort blanket of, well, everything sucks, but at least I can go do this. At least I can pay for this. Like a tiny sliver of experience. And this is why capitalism is so exacerbated in America. Because we're a young country, we don't have culture. We don't have history. We're not like Europe or Asia. You are literally founded on slavery, mass integration, and just a melting pot of all these different people, right? And here's the kicker. We taught you all to hate each other for your differences. Because if you hate the people you're in prison with, you'll never break out. Peace, blessings, shine on.
Shit, well, when you put it like that, it makes total sense. You know, this is something people probably knew already. But when he break it down like that, it makes you think how deep this shit really is. You know, they fill our screens with all of these distractions, so we wouldn't realize that we're still in this cage. You know, realistically speaking, there's some people who would stay distracted and never wake up, and they would stay that way their whole entire life.
Fortunately, some members of the media use
their platforms to push their own personal bias, and agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
We live in a world more spiritual than physical, a dimension of currents, vibrations, and unseen hands tugging at the strings of your soul. When your aura is low, tired, bitter, or distracted, your vibration dips, and in that dip, you leave your husk, your body, your avatar wide open. Entities without light wait for that opening. They step in, whispering, as they drive you until you no longer recognize your own reflection. Protecting your energy is not a suggestion, it's survival. Guard your thoughts, because thoughts are doors. Guard your emotions, because emotions are fuel. And guard your body, because the husk is the vessel through which your spirit remembers itself. Raise your frequency through discipline, through breath, and in alignment with what nourishes you instead of drains you. Because once you glow from within, no shadow can inhabit what the Most High already claimed.
You know, this world is definitely more spiritual than physical, and this video goes to show it. Imagine how much times this happen on a daily basis. It's probably a lot, because once these negative entities see a light, that shit is like moths to a flame, or mosquitoes to a light. You know, this is why you gotta speak protection over yourself, because you never know what's out to get you.
There is a trend going apparently in Asia where if people say the right words and do the right hand movements, they immediately summon a bolt of lightning. Let's watch an example, a demonstration.
风、火、雷、电、破。
¿Viste? Acércale más con la cámara.
No hiciste nada. Ándale, así, así, así. Uy. ¡Vete a la verga!
No mames, sí, güey, ahí está. Mira. Ahí está.
Media cara, güey. Es media
Mira.
cara nada más, güey.
Mira.
Tus orejitas,
Ahí está, güey. Neta.
Breaking news, Bill Gates backed Apeel, now officially approved for organic produce in the U.S. Bill Gates is a maniac. He got a couple of videos talking about how he need to depopulate the earth and he's trying to get people off the planet, and he's going to do it through the food supply. Avoid any Apeel sticker that's on your fruits and vegetables. It has lead, it has cadmium, it has arsenic. If you know anything about arsenic, lead, cadmium, these things are poisonous to the human body. Fruits and vegetables don't need to be preserved. Once they go bad, they go bad. That's nature doing its thing. Look how they're trying to game you. It says plant-based protection, long-lasting produce on the label. This is not plant-based protection. This is from the FDA website. It's on Apeel Sciences. They call it plant-based, and partially it is because it's coming from like seed oils, but what they don't tell you is when it's processed, it's very toxic for the body. It's mercury, cadmium, lead, arsenic, palladium, heptane. They tried to say that a human will have to consume 30,000 apples in order to get 1 kilogram of heavy metals found in their system. No, that's not how that works, because heavy metals is in there, and the more you consume it, heavy metals build up in the system over time, which can lead to poisoning. So a human will consume thousands of apples, avocados, bananas, 3 times, 4 times a day you eat meals, and if you have these chemicals sprayed on all your fruits and vegetables, you will get heavy metal poisoning. You will start to break your body down and your organs down. This will happen. It's not a if or it can happen. It's a it will happen. This ain't plant-based. This is toxic.
This nigga Bill Gates is different. Every couple months is something new with this nigga. You know, I even heard some supermarkets banned his products from the shelves. Like, they literally want nothing to do with it. This nigga is trying every way possible to decrease the population. This shit is crazy. He's really on a mission by any means necessary.
Down. And you can see, can you lift it up a little bit? There's a third contact. Look down somewhere. We just removed 2.5 contacts. You can see this piece coming out. There's more. Goodness, this is
How
one
many?
for the record. I don't know. There's actually a lot.
Oh, God.
There's a whole waddle there.
I believe it.
Okay. You're my Guinness Book of Record patient.
Oh, God.
We're delivering
To be remembered.
octuplets.
It's bizarre.
You can say that again.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to count them. I think I've already counted more than 10 or 12.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
I can't believe you.
Amor, te lo juro que esa muñeca no estaba mirando hacia acá, mira. ¿Ves que parece como si nos estuviera mirando? Y bueno, amor, amor, parpadeó. Amor, te lo juro que parpadeó.
Now I know it's going to be some people that's going to agree with me when I say this. If you woke up yesterday and you thought it was Thursday,
I just kissed a gnat. If at my job, they run around. If you woke up yesterday and thought it was Thursday, but it was really only fucking Wednesday, and today you thought it was Friday, but it's really fucking Thursday, what the fuck they doing is they trying to shift us into another timeline. But the crazy thing is, they fucking up. They fucking up. Whoever they got up there doing some shit, they fucking it up. Because we're catching on to their shit. I was literally sitting here at my job, and it was just fucking like 7:50 on the fucking computer for the time. I just looked up. It's fucking 8:32. And it was fucking light. Like, 10 minutes ago, it was fucking light. Now it's fucking dark outside. I don't think I'm tripping. I really think that they're speeding shit up so fast where they losing it. They can't, everything is falling apart. They cannot backtrack no more. They losing it. And I think the system is finally finna crash. And when it finally crash, there's gonna be a lot of motherfucking people fucking confused. I'm not gonna be confused about it because I know what the fuck going on. But in my spirit and in my heart, I feel like there's gonna be a major change within the next month or two. I can't verbatim say when it's gonna happen or what time, but something's about to happen. If you have been waking up feeling like, damn, I'm up, like, it's the morning already, or you waking up like you ain't never been asleep, those are motherfucking signs. Those are motherfucking signs. I'm just so confused about what the fuck has happened because I literally just looked at the clock and it says 7:50 and it's fucking 8:34. That fucking fast. What?
It's crazy how this same exact thing is happening to everybody on the planet right now. It's like everybody feel this shift going on, but nobody could put their finger on exactly what's happening. You know, comment below of where things been happening to you with the time or even memories. Everything feel like it's being fast forwarded. Like, we're damn near in October already. It feel like the year just started like 3-4 months ago.
No, you're good. Switch your phone to 4G instead of 5G. So what you're going to do is you're going to go under settings. Then you're going to go under cellular data. You're going to see 5G plus or 5G, whatever is turned on your phone. And you're going to just turn that to LTE or 4G. Takes less than 5 seconds. I guarantee you'll start feeling better. You won't have headaches. You'll probably get your sense of smell better. You won't be dizzy anymore, have your hair falling out anymore, and suffering from heart palpitations because 5G is 300 times stronger than 4G. And that's what caused the pandemic of 2020. But they're not going to tell you that because that gets censored. And also remember, there are 0 long-term studies of 5G. 0. There were people who testified in front of Congress and asked them, do you have any long-term studies of 5G before you roll this out?
There are no industry-backed studies to my knowledge right now. Happy to visit with you as to what opportunities you think there needs to be more studies, and we're always for more science. We also rely on what the scientists tell us.
So essentially, the answer to my question, how much money? 0.
Certainly follow up with you, Senator. To my knowledge, there's no active studies being backed by industry today.
So guess who's the study? You. That's why I don't use any of the new stuff. That's why I don't use AirPods and smartwatches and all the other stuff. Because you don't know what you're putting into your body or doing.
Yo, if this is fucking real. If this is fucking real, hold on, let me go research. Yo, not only is it fucking real, what the fuck is Project Nimbus? What? Yo, this motherfucker right here has to be the Antichrist. There's no way and there's no reason why there should be this much happening all the fucking time, every single day. Yo, the fact that we have to wait it out until this motherfucker's gone, holy shit.
See, my phone is actually on my lap, and you know, I know I've been teased about this, but I like these kinds of earpods that have the thing, because I've served on the Senate Intelligence Committee. I have been in classified briefings, and I'm telling you, like, don't be on the train using your earpods and thinking somebody can't listen to your conversation. I'm just telling you, that's a little bit more secure.
100 calls.
Yeah.
Roll those 100 calls in just a couple. So President Biden says he's stepping out of the campaign.
You know, people really be telling the truth in jokes. You know, in my opinion, I don't think she was lying. Why would she just make that up? So, you know, if you got AirPods, be careful out there, because someone could possibly be listening to your conversation. And, you know, in my opinion, the wired ones sound better anyway. And it's not as easy to lose as the AirPods.
It just kind of grosses me out, you know?
It's just extra skin.
Yeah, but if it's extra, then why is it a big deal to cut it off?
Because it's mutilation.
Okay, it's not that deep.
It is that deep. It would hurt. It would.
But, like, everyone does it, you know? It's just, like, a societal norm.
Exactly. It's a societal thing.
Yeah, but don't you want to fit in?
I'm not getting a circumcision.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
I mean...
Wow.
Oke. Dukung channel ini. Besok 1 Joko Spot harus dukung aku. Tolong dukung anak biar aku menang.
God, look at all those things. There's so many of them.
Ain't nothing last night. Jesus Christ.
No, there was nothing compared to today. Jeez, man. That's insane, guys. I don't know how you guys are handling this.
We're really not.
No, we're not.
You know,
We don't.
that's nuts.
Trust me, the other house is going to be so much quieter.
Yeah, he was saying you were going to bring some of these with you. Don't
No.
don't even.
I keep telling him no. Keep telling him to leave them.
Yeah,
I'm like, are you really going to bring the rat problem over to the other house?
yeah, you don't want to do that. Wow, it just amazes me.
Oh, yeah, look at the cabinet.
I know. I'm looking at the cabinet.
That's a bird.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just got to do the,
Bro, how are they just standing there like nothing is happening? To be honest, I don't even think an exterminator could fix that. The rats are too comfortable. Imagine how it looks in her room. She probably got rats running past her head and everything. And when she cooked, they probably waiting right there on the counter until she done. I would literally live outside before living in there.
Are using HIV-infected syringes to contaminate toilet paper.
I don't know who wronged you, but the world does not deserve this. Nobody does. Injecting HIV into toilet paper? The fact that we went from injecting air into people's veins to just straight up, like, there is no scenario. Like, how? Then I saw somebody in the comments being like, oh, actually it's not true because apparently you can't just keep that in the, oh my god, you can't just keep that in a tube or something. This is just like, nah. Like, infecting?
Hey man, did y'all hear about the dude in North Carolina, man? Say he was driving on the highway and he seen a man bleeding from like his head, like blood was coming down from his head onto his chest. Like, you know, like he got hit in the head with something. So of course he calls 911. So he on the phone with the operator, and as he talking to her, he feels something jump on the back of his pickup truck. You know, you got a bed on the back of your pickup truck. He said when the thing hit his pickup truck, it was like he hit a pothole, like his truck went up and down. So he cut the bed light on so you can see what jumped in the back of his truck. He said that the damn creature was looking through his rear window. That's when he was telling the operator, like, it ain't human, it ain't human, it ain't human, you know what I'm saying? So he said he took off and, you know, he hit the gas, like, he went like 80 miles per hour, and then he said he just hit the brakes, came to a complete stop. Man, the creature then flew from the back of his truck over on the hood. He said when the thing stood up, it was about 7 feet tall, and it reminded him of like a tall, slender skeleton with a little bit of skin on it. He also said when the creature looked through the rearview mirror, it was like It was like somebody stretched some skin on his face and it had like big black eyes. So when the creature stood up and he seen how tall it was, it ran into the woods. He took off and went to the nearest gas station. You know, he trying to find a lit area. You know what I'm saying? So he went to the nearest gas station. The state troopers meet him there, and he give them the information. They try to go back and find whatever this thing was. They couldn't do it, but they did find the evidence on his pickup truck. He had a dent, and he also had like scratch marks all on the back of his truck, man. And you know, they researched and was trying to investigate what type of animal could have done this. They couldn't figure out what could have done this. Like, there's no animal identified that could have made those type of scratch marks or that type of dent on impact. So what the fuck did he see that night?
It's crazy how more of these weird stories are starting to hit the internet. What creature do y'all think he seen? You know, in my head, for some reason, I'm picturing Jeepers Creepers. He probably was terrified, and he probably never riding down that block again. You know, they should release the 911 call so we can hear what really happened.
Let's see what's inside a honey bun. It starts with enriched bleached flour, water, sugar, palm oil, dextrose, palm and soybean oils with TBHQ and citric acid to protect the flavor, yeast, cornstarch, mono and diglycerides, soy flour, non-fat dry milk, salt, dried eggs, leavening, wheat starch, datum, preservatives such as calcium propionate, sorbic acid and potassium sorbate, dried honey, soy lecithin, calcium carbonate, calcium stearoyl oil lactylate, agar, cinnamon, natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, soybean oil, cocoa, enzymes, titanium dioxide, ascorbic acid, calcium sulfate, hydrogenated soybean oil, calcium peroxide, annatto extract, and turmeric extract. I don't get why people are making sandwiches on this on TikTok and stuff.
It's crazy how the mixture of everything in that jar already looks like a honey bun. All of those ingredients just to make one snack. And the crazy thing is, we don't even know how those ingredients are affecting us. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that though. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys share this with someone who wanna see these type of videos. We out, y'all. See y'all in the next video.